So you heard about rolling options, but you don't know how to do it correctly without avoiding huge losses. Well, in this video, I'm gonna show you exactly how to roll options profitably and collect consistent income. Now, this right here is my portfolio. We're currently at 663K, and I'm documenting this live here on YouTube, turning this into 10 million over the next 7 to 10 years. So if you wanna follow along the journey, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below this video. And if you want my options picks directly in your email inbox for free every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, go ahead, subscribe to my Options Trading University newsletter down in the description. And if you wanna reach out to me personally with any questions you may have, go ahead and do that on my Instagram. It's Ryan Hildreth, or you can comment down below. I answer all comments and I love talking with you guys. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Now, remember, this is not financial advice. This is me just showing you exactly how I've created wealth utilizing options, primarily selling options. So in this video, we're gonna cover rolling options. Now, we wanna roll options for a profit and avoid losses at all costs. So why would you ever roll an option? Well, the answer is because your short call or your short put option is being tested, and A, you don't wanna get assigned the shares or get your shares called away, depending on if you're selling a short call or a short put. Or B, you think the stock is gonna continue downwards or continue upwards at a greater rate than anticipated, okay? This happens to me often. Now, rolling an option, you're basically closing one option position and entering another on the same stock, okay? And most of the time, you're gonna be closing that option position, that whether it's a covered call or a short put, you're gonna be closing it at a loss to open another, okay, to cover that loss at an additional premium. So when you close one, you're closing at a loss, but you're opening another to collect enough premium to cover that loss, and then hopefully have another additional, $100 or $200 in premium. So always roll for a net credit so you don't lose money. Now, let me ask you a question. On the diagram next to me, which option would you be rolling if you didn't want to get assigned the shares? Now, if you said a short put option, great, that's exactly right. In that instance, we would roll the short put option down if we didn't want to get assigned the shares because the stock is testing that side of the option. Now, let's go ahead and first we're going to talk about rolling covered calls. So the first thing you could do is roll up a covered call. And this is the most common thing that I do in my portfolio is roll up covered calls. Now, maybe you decided you want to keep your shares, yet the stock has blasted through your covered calls. So this happens to me all the time on stocks like Nvidia, or even Amazon happened lately, and even Google. The stock just blasted through my covered call during earnings. Maybe they had great earnings, or they just had a lot of institutional buyers coming in, pushing the stock higher. Well, my rule is if I can't collect enough net credit going 45 to 60 days out, meaning I'm rolling that option up to a higher strike price and out in expiration date, I let the shares get called away because I don't want to lose. That means that basically I didn't sell the covered call high enough at a strike price that I would be willing to let those shares go, okay? So whenever you are entering a covered call, you're selling a call against your shares or against a long option contract, then make sure that you're picking a strike price that you're willing to get rid of those shares at. All right. So that's my rule, 45 to 60 days out, or I just let the shares get called away and I don't roll. Now, rolling down, okay, rolling down a call. Now, before we jump into rolling down a covered call, I want to show you this diagram right here. So let's just pretend the stock is trading at 100. And you sold the 105 covered call, right? Your max profit, let's just say the stock blasted through 105, you are not making a profit, okay? You're not making a profit on those shares anymore because you're losing money on the covered call. So what we'd have to do is roll out this position up, okay? Maybe we roll it up to 110 or 115, and we roll it out maybe 45 to 60 days to collect enough time premium to cover the loss on the initial 105 call that we sold, okay? So we close this 105 out for a loss and we open up a 110 for a additional credit to cover the loss. All right, now let's talk about rolling down. This happens more rarely, but it has happened in stocks like Nvidia. For instance, back in August when we had that huge downturn, I did roll down covered calls. So when you decide, maybe you decided to roll down when the stock keeps tanking and you want to collect additional income. So, you know, Nvidia, maybe I think it was trading around like, 140 at the peak back in August or back in July. So I was selling, some 145, 150 covered calls. Then the stock went all the way down to 120, then it went down to 115, right? And those covered calls were already at max profit. So what did I do? I rolled those calls down to a lower strike. Now, just remember, my rule is never sell a covered call below your cost basis unless you're willing to take a loss or get rid of that stock during like a bear market, the beginning of a bear market. So I owned Nvidia at a much lower price, so I was fine rolling that call down. But let's just say I owned Nvidia at 120 and Nvidia was trading at 115, or maybe it was at 105. I would never sell a covered call below the 120 strike or roll a covered call below that 120 strike because that is my cost basis. If the stock goes back up and hits that covered call during expiration, okay, you'll be forced to sell the shares at a loss, right? Like let's just say I sold the 120 calls. My cost basis is 120, but then I decided to roll down to 115 and Nvidia, by expiration was higher than 115. Well, I'll have to sell my shares at a $5 loss. So you never want to roll down below your cost basis. Let's go ahead and go into a live example of both rolling up and rolling down. This is going to be easier to explain if I just log into my account. Okay, so as you can see right here, let's go over rolling up. Okay, so as you can see on Amazon, I have this November 29th, it expires in 15 days, 215 covered call. Amazon has shot up to 211, so it's very, very close to my covered call. And as you can see, my P&L is negative right now. It's negative $221. Now, I can wait for this to potentially expire in the money and sell my shares at 215, collect the profit there, and then collect my premium of 274. Or maybe I'm like, you know what? I think Amazon's gonna keep going up. I actually do wanna own the shares now. I do wanna own the shares. So let's see if I could roll this up to a higher strike for a credit of something greater than 225 bucks. So I'm gonna go to Amazon. I'm gonna go to the options chain. Let's just go 45 days out just to make sure we're collecting enough credit. And as you can see, I could roll up to the 220 and collect $380 or $3.80. That would definitely cover my $221 loss on this 215 covered call. Maybe I'm like, you know what? I want to go a little higher because I think Amazon could go up to 225. So I sell the 225 and I collect 250. That would cover my 223 loss. It's with a $25 additional profit, okay? So that's how I would do it. Now, if this number was like 500, I would not roll up, okay? I would not roll up. In fact, I wouldn't even roll to the same strike price because I think Amazon's going to continue going up, so that wouldn't make any sense for me. Why would I roll to the same strike if I'm very bullish on the stock, right? So in that case, I would just let my shares get called away, or which is what I do 100% of the time, or you could close this at a loss if you want, like with 2 days left to expiration, but that's not advisable. I would just let your shares get called away and get back into the stock by selling naked or short puts. Okay, so that is rolling up. Now, why would I ever roll down? Okay, let's go ahead and go to a better example. So we're gonna go over here. Let's just go to Google, for instance, okay? Google is, maybe it's on a downtrend. Actually, let's go to Apple. This is a better one. Apple is kind of looking a little bit on the weaker side. So as you can see, Apple is kind of downtrending here, right? It's downtrending. Maybe I think it's going to keep going down, maybe down to 215, maybe down to 210, right? So what I can do, I'm already at 23% of profit on this call right here with 8 days left. Let's just say, hey, I want to collect some more premium. I can go out, let's just go to 43 days, for example, next month in December. And that is the 232.5 call. It's trading at 227. So maybe I roll to 230, right? Maybe I roll down to 230. That's $2.50 below where my current call is, and that would pay me $5.40 or $540. So as you can see, I would close this, I would roll this, close this at a profit, and collect more of a profit by opening up a new call or rolling down to a new call at the 230 strike a month later, okay? So that's rolling down. I know it's not the best position because it's not the best example because we're in a bull market right now. A better example would have been on NVIDIA. Like if we go to NVIDIA and let's go to like 6 months. So as you can see, like what I did, NVIDIA was trading back here, okay, at 140. I was selling like the 145s and 150 covered calls, but then it just kept going down. So I had to roll down my calls lower and lower and lower and lower, right, to collect additional premiums, all right? So that is rolling up and rolling down. Now let's talk about rolling a put option. This is something I do very frequently, but I don't roll down, I roll up. Rolling down is not something that I do typically. So if you have any additional questions, comment them down below. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm. I would highly appreciate that. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.